Okay, Assalamualaikum. This is a special lecture to identify the soil classification using British Standard 5930. So basically what you need to do is to calculate the table, and then after you calculate the table, then you do the curve, and from the curve you must collect all the information about the soil composition, what is the percentage of gravel, what is the percentage of sand, and what is the percentage of silt or clay or fine grained soil. So next, after you have the composition, okay, you must calculate what is the value for Cg and Cu, and to get the value of Cu and Cg, you must know what is the effective particle size, which is D10, D30 and D60. And when you get all of the information, next you can use the BS standard to classify your soil. Okay, the first step is to look at the coarse grain and then look at the fine grain. Which composition will be the majority of the composition. So in this example 1, you add up sand and gravel is about 90% above. We know that we will name this soil classification using the coarse grain as the primary, the principal soil type. So after we know that we be under coarse grain, compare gravel and sand, which one is highest in terms of the percentage. Right now we know that the highest of the percentage of this type of soil is sand. So you can immediately put the name there. The principal soil type is sand. And then if we have select sand as the principal, and then we know the gravel will be the secondary constituent. And then look at this table. Okay, either your gravel up to 5%, either your gravel is 5 to 20%, or your gravel is over 20%. So right now what we get is the gravel is 34.4%. That is why that is the point we know that it is over 20%. So you will use this term, either very sandy or gravelly. But right now, because we already know the principal type is sand, so what you have, the secondary constituent is gravel rather than sand. So we put the name there using very gravelly sand. And your naming of this soil is not stopped there. You need to find the value of Cu and Cg. Okay, and then if you get Cu more than 3, that is significantly to put well graded in front of your soil name. So it is confirmed that when you calculate Cu is equal to D60 over D10, we get about 14. So that is confirmed is Cu is more than 3. So you can put in front of the name as well graded. So in this case, for example 1, the soil classification for this particular soil is well graded, very gravelly sand. So let's look into the second example. The same process. Do your table, do the graph, find the D10, D30 and D60, find Cu, Cg and so on. So as the same principle as we have explained earlier, okay, look at the composition, okay, and then you add up, either coarse will be the majority or fine grain will be the majority. Obviously the majority is coarse grain soil, and the primary constituent is sand. So you can immediately put the primary constituent of soil, which is sand. Okay, right now you look at the secondary. Is it up to 5%? Is it your gravel 5% to 20%? Is it your gravel is over 20%? So obviously your gravel right now is 4.6%. So we cannot use this reference to find the secondary name for this soil classification. So we are using this table here. and then we need to read either the cost of fine soil is less than 5%. So right now we know that this value is 4.6%, which is less than 5%. So you can what is the fine grain soil that will be your silt. So we will use slightly silty. So because the secondary terms is less than 5%, so you are using silty slightly silty sand. And of course you have calculate your Cu and Cg. Right now Cu is less than 3. You cannot use well graded. What we can use is uniformly graded. So the name of this soil or the soil classification is uniformly graded slightly silty sand. So we have the third example. Again, the same process. Okay, right now comparing the constituent of coarse grain and fine grain soil. Okay, right now the majority of the soil will be coarse grain, and the majority from the coarse grain is gravel. So you can put straight away the name of gravel there. And then look at the secondary constituent. Is it the secondary constituent up to 5%, or up to 5 to 20%, or over 20%? Okay, because you get 33.3%, so it is over 20%. So you are using this word. And we know that it will be sandy, very sandy, okay, very sandy gravel. Okay, because of the secondary constituent is about 33.3%. And you calculate the value of Cu more than 3, so that one will be well graded, very sandy gravel. So that is how you name the soil, according the composition and according to data that you get from your PSD analysis.